It's Madison E11 here with a new video where I'm creating this sort of horror, interpretive, sort of artsy crack effect on my face. A little bit ventriloquist dummy, a little bit this and that. So stick around if you want to find out how to do that. And I just have to let you know, in case you don't stick around, I am going on a break for 2 weeks. There won't be a video for 2 Sundays because I am exhausted. I can only apologise, but I do need to take a break. And the series 2 Aero Ace for that will be going on hiatus. I will be coming back to it. Please don't threat. If that was your favourite thing about this channel, it will be coming back. I just needed to personally take a break from it, think about what I'm going to do with it, stuff like that. And I also wanted to try out some different stuff. So that will be back. I'm just taking a break, so don't panic. And I'm trying some new stuff out, so check that out. And my face paint series will be continuing, so if you're enjoying this, then this will be coming back every other week rather. So like, subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye! So guys, today what we will be doing is a nice cracked effect, and hopefully I'm going to do this right first time, otherwise I'm going to be filming for a long time today. Okay, so what we need for this is white, black and red, and I've also got a couple other colours because, you know, you should feel free to experiment. This isn't one that I've done often, but it is one that I think is cool, and that the more times that I do it and you do it, it will get better each time. So I'm going to start off with this one. I'm going to start off with this sort of brush. I might switch to this one. I've got 2 of these, one sponge and one flat-headed brush that I'm going to be using for this. And I'm going to be switching between them because I want to see what works best while I'm doing it. Because I've done this before, but I haven't had the chance to experiment with the brushes, so it might be fun. And it's also good that you should know that, you know, you should feel free to sort of investigate what suits you best and what techniques work for you, because whatever I show you, it might work out differently for you, and that's important. So I'm going to start with one of these round sort of ones with the nice fine, it's sort of fine tip. It's quite thick, but that's okay. And I'm just going to start with the black and wet that. Luckily the black is one of those ones that doesn't get overly wet. Whereas, as you know from last episode, which I'll be linking up the top if you haven't seen it, unlike some lighter colours like yellow, I tend to have problems with. The black dries off pretty quickly and works really well. So what we're going to start by doing is we're going to start in the centre and we're going to create like a sort of bullet hole effect. So we're just going to, and I'm going to make sure there's a little triangle-ish point in it, at least here, because I want to do something very cool down here on the side of my face. So we're going to go, start. I'm not going to worry too much about what the shape looks like. I'm just going to make sure there's some kind of point here, and I'm going to paint a random shape so that it's not neat, it's just a spiked shape that could be anything. That looks very random. I'm just tracing around, and that's how I've started. So I am going to switch to this one because I want to create the sort of cracks aren't regular. You can predict where a crack might go, but the more you plot out the cracks, I find the more they look unnatural. So I'm going to use this one and I'm going to use it sideways, like this, the thinner side, so that I want to create a sort of flick when I do the cracks. So I'm going to plot out the area that I want to do down here that's a little bit special. So We go from where that began. I'm going to put a general area, but I'm not going to be neat about it. I know that I want it to be like that. And now I want it to go this way. And this is going to be quite good for some hairline cracks. So
I wish to create a perfect human being, selecting the best organs for this report. I wish to create a perfect human being, selecting the best.
So there's one. This bit is going to get filled in. So we're going to continue. And for each part where it kind of flips out, where there's a little triangle where the crack's sort of gone outwards, we're going to create a fracture that's going to go across our face. And this is quite good for like Halloween and stuff. So it'll be good to know this. We found to set up a part. It's important that you can feel free to not just do cracks, but do slightly larger openings if you like. Not as large as the section we've left aside here, but slight cracks like a bullet hole. Feel free to do those wherever you feel is right. Always a bit difficult, so if it goes a bit wrong, I wouldn't stress out too much. It comes with practice. Even I go wrong on the bridge of the nose. Try to follow the nose down and then branch off down the sides of the nose, and you'll probably have one off. Okay, so now we've done all our cracks, what we're going to do is, what you can do is you can connect some of them sort of spiderweb style, and that can also create the effect of an impact going inwards, so an inward breakage. But first I'm going to fill in this first bullet hole with black. I'm going to start making some connections between the cracks. Okay, now that that's done, we're going to start on this section. I'm going to increase the length of the cracks down here so it goes right underneath the chin. And then we're going to start by creating some detail lines in the back. And I'm also going to take the opportunity to create some more fractures branching off of it so that it's more part of the So we're going to move to our other brush, this one, and I'm going to clean it off. And we're going to move to the red. So what we're going to do is create the effect that my face is masked and beneath it is a darker interior, perhaps even a monster behind that mask. And so to do that, I'm going to use red and I'm going to use white to create this effect. And I'm going to start off with my red. Okay, so what I'm going to do is an eye of some kind of devil or demon or whatever you want to assume it is peeking out. So I'm just going to start off with the normal eye shape. And anything that I don't like will get cut out when I fill in this area with black. Even though it increases the chances of dirtying and contaminating your paints, I'm going to fill in with black and then I'm going to go over the area I filled in with the other colours. And though that creates it makes it sort of difficult because obviously you're going over black, I'm doing it with the sponge so that it's lighter, and I want to do that because it makes all the other colours darker, and that's the one issue I have with my colours, they're very light, and we sort of want a more dark feel to everything. Any lines I'm going to clean up with the brush, and I'm going to clean up with the wet wipe if I went over slightly in any areas, for example here. This brush is really clean before I put it back in the red. And I'm really going to start to blend the red in with the surrounding black so that I get a way darker look to it. Just like so. I really blurred it and let it blend, and I've not been too bothered about being neat because it's sort of a dream state. We're going for a dream state, hellish nightmare. If you do accidentally contaminate your colours, don't worry about it, it's really easy to clean them off. It's just annoying more than anything else, so I wouldn't panic. You can use a wet wipe, or you can simply just wipe some water over it, and just use a sponge to dab out the bit that you messed up. And it should be fine as long as you don't go crazy and spread it through the other parts. So I've decided that the look I'm going to go for is a face peeking out from behind the mask. So what I'm doing is creating some detailing using the red, and I'm just adding sort of a nose shape, and I'm going to go further with it and do some detailing in the head. I'm going to do some cheekbones. And if you see, I'm just creating some lines in there. I'm not even being specific about shapes. All I want to do is create a sort of dream-like, misty, is it there, isn't it there, like, is it real? So I'm literally just being really indiscriminate and creating lines that could be interpreted as a face. I'm creating lines that could be interpreted as just random cracks. I'm just creating random lines to sort of create a bit of mystery. And as I keep painting, these lines become darker and darker, but they're still visible. See that kind of eye in the mist? I'm going to do something a bit similar on this top bullet. So the top bullet hole, I'm going to call it a bullet hole, probably not what a bullet hole looks like, just a random puncture in my head. Because we're doing so much blending, so much indiscriminate, sort of not obvious shapes, it's very sort of interpretive. You know, don't be afraid to have a wetter brush so that you can really blend in the colours and make it really not obvious as you want as to what is behind the mask, which is actually your face. See? Got a quite nice sort of Hammer House horror, not quite Hammer House, but you know, not so obvious on the top, but that's okay too. Keep the top one a bit, just gonna make it a little bit darker, just a little bit. This is a new thing for me. It's very recently that I started doing this, that I started learning to do this. So obviously it will improve, and you might even improve it. And if you do, I'd love for you to send it to me. I'm on Twitter. If you have Twitter, please follow me at MadisonE11A. And I would only be too glad to see what you do using my techniques or using anyone else's techniques. I'd be really interested to know, and comment down below anything you want to see, any specific face paint styles, because even if I don't know it at the moment, I will learn it and I will show it to you. And the last thing that you can do if you really want to really up the spook is that if you're going to use this look, it's really cool if you use it in tandem with a sort of puppet look. So let's say you're going to use a character like Slappy from Goosebumps. If you're going to do someone like Slappy, a Slappy-esque character, I know that Slappy doesn't have these cracks or anything like that, but if you want to do a take on a puppet-esque character, it's really simple. All you got to do is you can use white over the face before doing this to create sort of China doll look. You can use some actual makeup, some eyeshadow and stuff to create, you know, like a Sally or an Annabelle, something like that. And to really get that ventriloquist dummy, all you got to do is then you're a ventriloquist dummy. And obviously you can add more details. What would be cool is if you did a crack over the eye. The reason I didn't today is because my winking skills have decreased greatly since I started winking. I can only wink with my right eye, which doesn't help, and my right eye is my strongest, I won't lie, and it gets very scrunched up. But if you wanted to do this and you wanted to make it even cooler, I would do this but over the eye and really emphasize that. So that's the look. I'll bring you in for a closer look. See that? Looks good, right? Very horrific, very sort of interpretive, sort of Van Gogh-ish. Not Van Gogh, the one who did the Scream. I know, I'm showing you how uneducated I am. I can only apologise. So, comment down below, like, subscribe, view my playlist. There will be buttons coming up. Just to let you know that for the next 2 weeks I'm going on a break, so there will be no video for the next 2 weeks. I can only apologise, but I need to take a rest. I'm very tired. And the series to Aero Ace for that, if you're not familiar with it, the playlist will be coming up. It will be on hiatus. Not permanently, I'm not ending the series, it will be back soon. I just needed to take a break from it, and I also wanted to try out some different stuff on this channel, some different content, which you may have seen evidence of the other day, where I've been writing songs and doing all sorts. So stick around for those, please check them out. And I will still be continuing the face paint series after my 2-week break. Okay, see you then. Ciao for now.